What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be going over how I just made $97,000 on my latest BRRRR deal in real estate investing. And guys, we just did this deal and you can too. So real quick, before I get into this, guys, make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video. We're going to be giving away an awesome prize to somebody that's going to be watching all the way through till the end of the video, guys. So stay tuned for that. So with that, let's get right into the meat. How did I just make almost 100 grand, maybe over 100 grand as it all shakes out on this BRRRR deal? So what is a BRRRR deal, you might ask? So a BRRRR is a modification of a flip. So what a flip is buying a distressed piece of real estate, putting in renovations, improving the property, and it's now valued at a higher price. So typically on a flip, you sell it at the end and you make that profit in cash. So what does BRRRR stand for? Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. So what that means is you're buying a property, flipping it, and then instead of selling it, you're renting it on the back end and refinancing to pull all the capital you have invested in the deal. So what does this deal look like? So we have a deal we just did where we did the BRRRR. So we're on the very final stage right now, which is the refinance part of the deal. Now we've already bought it, we've rehabbed it, we've rented it, pre-rented it actually, and then now we are in the final stages of getting it refinanced, and then we will then repeat the process. So we're already doing this on a couple other ones right at this moment. But how did I make $97,000 plus on this deal? So let me explain. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen, but you can look it up too on Zillow or something like that. The address for this property is 216 Bittersweet Lane in Lansing, Kansas. So this is a property we just rented out. The pictures should probably be on Zillow when this video comes out, and you guys can check out what it looks like because it's really cool. So what this deal is we got a lead from, ironically, another rental that we had available. A renter came to look at this property, and they had, after talking to them, they had a house they were trying to sell. So they had a house they were trying to sell. It sounded like, it was distressed because they said they were going to sell it to another wholesaling flipping company. And so we interjected and said, wait, we'd like to buy that house. Don't sell it to them. And so they were like, okay. So after talking to them for a few months, they finally decided to sell it to us, and we bought it for $72,000. So this house, the after repair value, the ARV of this house is probably somewhere around $250,000, maybe $250,000 to $275,000 would be a pretty fair estimation. We'll get it appraised to confirm that valuation on our refinance, which will come in a couple days. But based on the comps, we're extremely confident that will be the value of this property based on the size and condition that we've got it to. In addition to the fact that the rent rate that we've rented it out for will also help confirm that value. So we bought it for 72. This property needed about 75,000 repairs. So that is, after you add it up, 72 plus 75 is 147,000 in all-in cost. So 147,000 all-in cost for repairs and the price of the property. And again, now with 147, if say it's worth conservatively 250, then that property is going to be worth, I should say then that's $103,000 spread. So we had to get a private money loan to finance this, and we'll just say that's going to be about $5,000 or $6,000 in fees and interest for this deal. So I'm going to round down and just say it's worth we made a $97,000 profit. This is a great deal, guys. This means that we were all in on this deal for about 60% of the all-in cost. That is a rare deal, especially right now, to get that kind of deal. But it is happening right now, guys. They're rare, but they do happen where you can get a deal that deep, especially if you're wholesaling and marketing directly to sellers. You can find deals like that because you almost have to obviously get a spread where you can then sell it to an investor at a higher purchase price. So those deals are out there, guys, every single day. Deep deals like that. You just have to be on the hunt for them. So this deal, we have, say, a $97,000 profit. Now, guys, that $97,000, I'm not going to go ahead and sell the property and put that money in my pocket and go buy a Rolex. I'm just going to keep it in the property as equity. So what we're going to do on that deal is we're going to refinance out of the property. So ideally, guys, we can take all that, we can pay off our 100% loan for the purchase and renovation and actually pull out a little bit of additional capital on top of that to put into the next deal. So we're going to be all totally cashed out of the deal on long-term financing. We have a tenant in place. We went ahead and rented it. So this property rented for $2,200 a month, guys, which is very strong. If it's worth $250, it rented for $2,200. It's just below the 1% rule, which for a property of this quality and in this area is pretty good. I wouldn't say on most houses that are a little bit nicer, you're probably not going to hit that 1% rule just because they are a lot nicer, but they don't necessarily rent for much more. So guys, after we go ahead and refinance, we're going to try to pull out about $150,000 out of this property. We're going to go ahead and try to pull out $180,000 on a loan. So that will pay off our $150,000 loan, and then we'll have $30,000 cash to then go and put it into the next deal. The remaining amount will stay in equity in the property, so we'll have probably 25% equity in the property and the rest pulled out as a loan. So then we can have a ton of equity in the house. The house is going to be cash flowing, putting money in our pocket every single month as a long-term rental, and we'll have a pile of money to go and roll into the next deal. So guys, that's how we did it. That's how we made $97,000, guys. And these are very common deals, guys, to build in a lot of equity into your flips. If you want to really build a long-term sustainable business and acquire a lot of real estate really fast, deals like this are very incredible. They're very powerful because on the front end, we've got 100% financing on the purchase and rehab. I think we only had to put about $7,000 of our own money into it. And then on the other side, you have to have a little bit of working capital to finance the repairs. So, you could probably do a deal like this for maybe $20,000 or $30,000 on the front end. And then, by the time it's all said and done, you maybe only have a few thousand out of pocket invested into the property. And then you can get that all paid back to you, plus say another tens of thousands of dollars more in cash that you're profiting, and then also have a ton of equity, $80,000, $70,000 in equity still in the property, or if you needed to sell it at any time, you could and get that equity out, guys. So this is how you're going to really build a lot of real estate fast. This is the method I've chosen because this allows you to scale your business very quick by adding lots and lots of rental units without having to constantly inject cash into the business, right? Because if you're just going out there and buying turnkey rentals, you have to make money some other way, maybe from your job, maybe from your other business, and then buy turnkey rentals, put that money in there as equity in those properties, and it is tied up. But in this way, with the BRRRR method, you're not tying up any or very little capital in your rental. You're building that equity in as profit, and then you can take all the money that you now have back and go and put it and buy another property to BRRRR. So that's where that repeat comes in, is repeating that cycle over and over and over again, and you're building up your rentals. All the while, those rentals are providing a little bit of cash flow every single month, maybe a few $100 a month in cash flow. And say you get 10, 20, 30 of these, then you're starting to make making $10,000 in cash flow per month. And you can do that very fast. If you really get on it, maybe in a year, 2 or 3 years. That's not really a long time in the grand scheme of things to have a ton of money in equity and $10,000 a month cash flow coming into your pocket every single month in just a few years, guys. That's retirement money. That's lay on the beach money, whatever you want to do, guys. So that's how we made $97,000 initially in profit on this deal, and we'll continue to make more every single month as the property cash flows, pays down the mortgage, and you get the tax benefits and all the other things associated with real estate, guys. But if you want to know more about this, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, where we're going to be making videos every single day, every single week on flipping, wholesaling, BRRRRing, and all that good stuff, guys. And like I promised, if you guys want to know in more detail how to BRRRR your first property, I'm going to be giving away a 1-hour consulting call to a lucky winner for the first one of the comments in the first 24 hours of me posting this video, guys. Comment down below what market you guys in that you're trying to do your first deal, and I'm going to pick one of those comments, and you're going to get a 1-hour call with me. Normally I sell those for $200 just because of my time is tied up in a lot of other things, but for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And with that, guys, subscribe to the video, like. I hope this helps, and we'll see you in the next chapter.